This is Paul Connor, and today, alongside my good friends Anna Keenan, a fellow Australian, and Sarah Svensson from Sweden, I'm on day 42 of a water-only fast for climate justice. Today, however, we are far from alone. Today, over 3,000 people all over the world have fasted as well for the very same cause. To all of you who have joined the fast, I want to say that it's a blessing to be fasting with you, united by our love of this planet, its people and its animals, and our deep and shared concern over its future. And I want to say that I know that as we fast together today, many of us are disillusioned, saddened, or angered by the events that we've seen in the last 2 weeks in Copenhagen. But I want to say that no matter what has happened over there, we must not despair, because hope is alive. No matter how much we have to fear, there's never been a more exciting time to be alive than right now. It's a scary time, it is, but it's incredibly exciting as well. As we fast together today, with all of human history behind us, and a brand new millennium stretched out ahead of us, we are living at a time of history when a completely new civilization is being born upon this planet. And we're standing at its dawn. Now this new civilization, it doesn't have a name yet. Well, it doesn't have a sexy name yet. I mean, ecological sustainability, that's ecological sustainability. That's 5 syllables followed by 6. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. But ecological sustainability, what those 2 words represent is something incredible. Those 2 words for humanity are a revolution. They're a revolution in the way we think. They're a revolution in the way we live. They're a revolution in the way we interact with each other as different individuals, or as different nations, as different generations, as different species. Those 2 words change everything. And their revolution is here. Now, let's be clear, because this revolution won't be fought with tanks and guns. No. This revolution will be fought and won with the most powerful weapon that exists on this earth. The truth. The simple, basic, obvious truth. Because the truth that this revolution is based on is so powerful and so clear that once it's heard and once it's understood, it cannot be denied and it cannot be forgotten. This truth is that ecological sustainability is an absolute, unequivocal, non-negotiable necessity. And anything other than ecological sustainability is unacceptable and is a crime. Now, all of us fasting today know this. We've seen this truth and we've understood it, and we knew that there was no going back. It's why we're fasting, and it will be part of us forever. Because that's the power of this truth. It's changed us forever. And just as it's changed us forever, so too will it change the world forever. Now, however much we dismay about the lack of progress we see from our leaders and our societies, no one can deny that this truth is currently sweeping the globe. And no one can deny that as it does so, it gains more and more ability to spread even further, because everyone it touches becomes another voice speaking it to the world. And that is what makes climate change and Copenhagen and this moment in history so incredible. Because climate change is the spark. Climate change is the messenger. Climate change is happening. It's real. It's huge. It's now. And all over the world, in governments, in universities, in schools, in homes, in churches, in bars, in cafes, it's being discussed. And in all those places, it is making humanity, for the very first time, look at what we are and what we're doing to this planet. Climate change is holding up a mirror for our entire species. And it is bringing everything wrong with our current systems into the starkest view. Overconsumption, gross inequality, racism, corporate control over government, and the insanity of an economic system dependent on the pipe dream of endless growth. All these things are being brought into the light by climate change. And they're being brought into our schools and into our homes and our churches. And when that happens, the truth of ecological sustainability is never far behind. And this will keep happening, because climate change will keep happening. The world will continue to warm. Glaciers will continue to melt. Sea levels will continue to rise. And crops will fail. We know this. But as that happens, the truth of ecological sustainability will be spreading, and it will be changing this world forever. So yes, there is hope, but while there is hope, there is also not a moment to lose and not a moment to spare. Because while climate change is an incredible tool for spreading the truth of ecological sustainability, it's also a ticking clock. And the innocent lives that it's already taking are telling us that we don't need this revolution in 5 years, and we don't need this revolution in 2 years, we need this revolution now. And the longer it takes for this revolution to come, the higher the cost will be. It takes too long, the cost will be incalculable. So our task is urgent and it's momentous. We have to create this change as fast as is humanly possible. We have to keep shining the light of this truth into every city, into every street, into every home until it's heard. And when people don't want to listen, and when people aren't ready, we need to have faith in the power of this truth and keep going. And this is not going to be easy. Social change is not easy. It's the hardest thing you can do. History shows that. Social movements require enormous sacrifices from us. But history also shows that when you're armed with the truth, and when you care enough, and when you're willing to make the sacrifices required, you can win. So my friends, as we fast together today, united by our love for this planet and its people and animals, and our deep and shared concern over its future, I want to say to you, thank you. I want to express my love and solidarity with all of you. And I want to say that yes, this is an exciting time to be alive. Long live the